What's going on, guys? It's Nicole Charnel here, and today we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to do my 2020 bullet journal setup. This year I have a A5 from Archer & Olive A5 dot grid bullet journal. It is the burgundy one, has a little rose gold flower on the front. It is super cute. And it also has the gold edges. So one of the reasons why I'm late doing this video is because I had to wait to order this beauty because they were sold out. So I had to wait, but it's here now. So I'm starting off with my first page. As you saw, I glued the first two pages together because it doesn't really lay flat when you open it. So I just glued it together basically. So then now I'm making a grid spacing guide pretty much. So this I got from a YouTuber called Amanda Rach Lee. If you know anything about bullet journaling, you know her. And she kind of created this guide just to make it easier for her while she's going through and setting up her spreads, so she doesn't have to count out every time. So I just kind of took her idea along with Plant-Based Bride, Elizabeth from Plant-Based Bride. I took her setup as well and kind of made it my own. I just did like half the page long ways and short ways, and then I also did quarters and thirds vertically and horizontally, and I put dashes. I also put some numbers in there so I could see where the numbers fall and know which number I have to count to get to each third or quarter. And then I also did some color coding. I just added a little bit of color for my quarters and my thirds. And then I just labeled the page, grid spacing. So I love bullet journaling, just the concept of it. I like being able to put my own spread together, having it look the way I want it to look. But I'm just going to be real honest with you guys. I am not a hand letterer. I'm actually trying to teach myself hand lettering, and it's slow going, but I am trying. So now my hand lettering is at least decent enough where I feel like I like it. So we're using it a little bit. So on the second page here, I'm doing a key. So for my key, I just have a few little insignias. I have a note, a task, an event, an appointment. Also have canceled, complete, and migrated, basically what it looks like. I ended up changing my appointment one, but I did it later on. So then this is the title for my journal. I cannot remember who I saw this from, but I saw her do it and I loved it. So I was like, okay, this is going to be my little title page, 2020, and also a way to really practice my hand lettering. And I did sketch this out first with a pencil, but I just find my upstrokes they're just so hard. I don't know why they're so hard. All right, so moving on to the next spread, which is my future log / date book. And this spread I was dreading because I cannot with writing out these calendars, but you'll see in a moment what happened here. So I just wrote the title of each month down, and so I basically split my page into thirds, and then I wrote the title of each month, and then I also did it on the bottom. When I did my test bullet journal, I didn't really use my future log a lot, so I also got this from Elizabeth from Plant-Based Bride. How she did it, she kind of put the whole year on the page because she said she doesn't use it that often, so this way I'll still be able to use it, but it doesn't take up a lot of space. So here I'm going in and I'm starting to add the days. So January turned out fine. And then I started with February. And I literally skipped a number. I was devastated. I was like, really, Nicole? How do you skip a whole number? Here comes my devastation. Just wait for it. I'm counting and I'm upset. So I'm like, you know what? What am I gonna do? I paused the camera. I was trying to figure out a plan. But yeah, so I kind of just was like, okay, I'm just gonna continue. So I just went through and I highlighted the bottom half as well. My problem is my handwriting, I feel is so inconsistent. And as I try to write all the numbers, when I get to the double digits, it just takes up too much space. So it's just a struggle. So I literally just didn't finish that page and I moved on. All right, so the next two spreads I have here are a date night spread and a lady time spread. Both of these spreads I got from Elizabeth from Plant-Based Bride. And the date night spread is basically for the whole year. And the way you do it is you make a January through December on the left side of the spread, and then on the right side of the spread, you're going to just make a little line, which I'll do here in a moment, and then like a dot. So then underneath that, whenever you have a date, you just put a dot and then you connect it to the month. You kind of like drag it over so you know which month you did that date. And then the lady time one, I'm gonna have to figure out how exactly I'm going to use it, but it's basically just the way of tracking your lady time. You know, when it comes, when it goes, your symptoms, all that jazz. Next, we're on to the goals page. And this one, I think the girl's name is Shadea, I think is her name. I can't remember her channel. I'll link it down below if I find it. But this is how she did her goals page. She just put goals in the middle, and then she put the types of goals around it, and then that was basically it. She did do some decoration, but as you can see, my journal is pretty minimal, so we haven't got to the decoration part. Okay, I just want to be useful here. I want my bullet journal to be used, so I'm just trying to be as minimal as possible right now. All right, so my next page is actually a year in pixels. I kind of decided at the last minute to do this because I have really just upped my workout game, I guess, and I want to be really consistent with it. I've seen a couple of these spreads around on Pinterest and on YouTube, and I really like them, how they look. So I decided to use it as well. But I was like, what can I track for the whole year? So I decided to track my workouts. So I have a little key on the right side of the page, and then on the left, you know, each day, each month has a little pixel. And then on the other side of the spread, I have my affirmations, which I'm going to fill in later. It's just affirmations that I want to keep for myself throughout the year. On to the next spread. This is, I'm going into January actually, and my camera actually cuts out, but basically on the left side of the spread, I just put a quote, and as you can see, I used a sticker because once again, my hand lettering, yeah. And then on the right, I put January, which you'll see later on at the end of the video because like I said, my camera cut out. All right, on to the next spread. I began my week and I'm actually starting on week 2. So I think I filmed this video Sunday night or Saturday night before. Then Sunday was the 5th, the first Sunday in January. I filmed it before that. So so the month has already started, you know, we're real out here. So on the left side of the spread, it's the whole week. Then on the right side of the spread, it's a running task list. So this I also got from Plant Based Bride. I love this idea. I can have my whole task list in one area, and then I can just fill it in as I go. On to the next spread. Now we have a tracker for, this is my mood, sleep, and exercise tracker. So this is basically just going to track how many hours I sleep, my mood for that day, as well as my exercise. I think in the future I'm going to take out exercise, especially since I have my year in pixel, but for this month we'll just continue on. So on the bottom row, I just have a dot for every day or a line for every day. And then on the sidebar, I have 1 through 8 for the numbers. Actually, sorry, 1 through 10 for the numbers. And then I have various moods. I have written like crappy, angry, okay, great. And then I have various exercises. That's just pretty simple. It's just a line graph. And then on the right side of the journal, there is a brain dump right there. So that's just my brain dump for whatever throughout the month that I want to put in my journal. So that's it. So now we're just going to do a quick little flip through of my bullet journal. My first pages have my name. I covered up my information for my YouTube, but then I have my grid spacing, and then I have my cover page 2020. Yes, I love that. Love this little page. It's so cute. And then future log, which as you see is not finished. I'm gonna figure it out. My date night and my lady time tracker. And next I have my goals page. Once again, just goals in the middle, and then different categories of goals. Year in pixels, as well as my affirmation page. And then going on to January, you see how I spelled out January Please excuse my bad handlettering. And my first week, as well as my task list. And then I have my tracker and my brain dump, which I realized later I kind of did that backwards. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. There will be more bullet journal videos to come. Here I just showed you how I decorated my journal a little bit more. I added more stickers, which I ended up loving. So this is going to be the way that I'm going to decorate my bullet journal. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you want to see more organizational videos like this, make sure you check out this playlist on my channel. Other than that, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can come back and see more videos. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!